Welcome back to the Zach Nichols podcast. Here with my co-host, Mr.
No, wait. The cheer needs to be for him this week.
Oh, really?
Because you're famous now. Has anybody ever seen like any football games? Like right before they cut out to commercial, they always show like who the biggest grown middle schooler is. This week it was Pierre. He was there in his ski mask.
Yep.
In Jersey.
Representing Detroit out in Green Bay at Lambeau Field.
It is funny because they always show the most overgrown middle schooler before they cut to commercial, and that was you.
They do, in more ways than one. Very overgrown, very middle school.
I have to say that I'm a Detroit Lions fan now because people like you.
Yeah, because of me. I'm the reason.
You deserve a winning season.
Look, we've been through the trials and tribulations, and I'll tell you one thing. 50 Cent said it best. The top feels so much better than the bottom, man. It's so much better.
Let's also remember they're only 3-1.
We're celebrating here.
It's been that long.
Big win for the Lions. 3-1.
Huge win.
Going into Lambeau Field, smacking the freaking you know what out of the Packers.
Coach LaFleur.
Oh yeah, talk to us about that. He was a Northern. He was
my receiver and quarterbacks coach my freshman year at Northern.
Yo, that's insane.
So he's not a good loser though, is he?
Apparently not.
He got all mad at that's a bullshit question, Kyle.
Yeah, he went nuts in the post.
Yeah.
Well, he's had some success for himself, as you have, coming out of Northern.
Different reasons, though.
Different reasons. Similar level of success, similar bank accounts.
Do you think, you know what, I got to say it, 8-year-old Zach doesn't love pro sports as much as you do as an adult.
Yeah.
It's nice to see someone. It's nice to see someone with passion.
Dude,
But I'm cheering for the Lions now solely for your mental health.
Thank you. Whenever they get their ass kicked, like they did against Seattle, which they fought hard.
Get their ass kicked.
I felt like they got dominated, but they were so close. Even though they
were winning until Goff threw that interception.
That's true. That pick six.
I'm a Goff fan now too, by the way.
Oh yeah,
him calling out Fitzpatrick in the post game was amazing.
He did.
Shows that he's got some dog in him.
100%, and he's not gonna let. He's gonna listen, and he's gonna put his game on the field.
It was freaking amazing. I love that. I like that because I don't like when people are always like status quo, politically correct,
tiptoeing.
Like Zach Wilson's press conferences right now. He's handling it like a champ.
Yeah.
But I'd be telling people to F off.
Well, he's not playing, so
he's not that good.
Yeah, he's not that good. He's in a tough situation, but
yeah, he wasn't even supposed to be playing. He's supposed to be chilling this year.
Well, I think that's what's awesome about this show is like we'll talk about all you challengers, and I know you guys watching, I know you guys listen, but we're never going to not let you come here and talk about it. So super excited for all the challengers coming. We got a good one here in a couple of weeks.
It's a Saturday morning right now.
Yeah, it's Saturday. We are preparing for Mr. Paulie C to come in tomorrow.
Here's the thing. We couldn't talk about a show that Paulie's no longer on with him. There's just too much to ask him.
Oh, there's so much good stuff from War of the Worlds and from his other seasons that we thought we'd keep it strictly Paulie related.
All about Paulie.
Yeah. So
all the time.
We'll jump into the episode.
Will we?
We will. Is there something
I don't know. It's Saturday morning.
Yeah, I don't have too much. I mean, you know.
I'm a little bit upset.
Talk to me.
Well, you know, not really upset, actually. I was just, like, laughing because you told me the Taylor Swifties were going to come from you, which is fine.
They tried.
I said decent music, garbage for personality. However, I'm okay with everyone having different opinions, except for one thing.
Huh.
My wife is Jenna is way hotter than Taylor Swift.
Oh, that's not even a fucking debate.
Yeah, you show a picture of Jenna next to a picture of Taylor Swift, done. It's not even a competition.
But no one, actually, literally everyone pretty much agreed with that.
There was one person that said some pretty mean stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like that. I'm like, come on, that's a fact.
Yeah, that's...
It's an actual fact.
So I didn't know you read the comments.
I saw that comment. You can understand. You can guess who showed it to me.
Well, Jenna, let's make one thing very clear. I think everybody knows it's literally not even a debate. People still every week are talking about how beautiful and gorgeous, even in motherhood, especially in motherhood, to be honest.
What do you mean even
how amazing? Yeah, especially in motherhood, how incredibly beautiful you are. And you and Taylor, I mean, there's
no competition.
You said it perfectly. My wife's hotter than everybody. So I think everybody knows that. It's really not even
there was a couple comments where I was like, really? Now, you want to hear her sing? Go listen to her sing Happy Birthday to Anthony.
Yeah.
It's pretty close to Taylor Swift. She's got a very angelic voice.
I was there. I was there at the gymnastics place in person, and it was heavenly.
No, she posted a video of his actual birthday. We made it. Well, her and Anthony made a cake. That was when she cracked the egg off his head, and she also got some hate for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, whatever. I mean, I'm all right with pranks. Like in our house, we like to, we're gonna teach our kids, like we're gonna roast them, so that they know how to respond.
They better be. They better be tough.
Yeah. Anyways, they made a cake. We sang "Happy Birthday," and she posted it, and she was singing hard, and I was like, wow, that was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, proud. Very proud. Yeah. Proud. Anthony will have some skills from both of you guys. He'll either be
I won't be singing, but
a Grammy Award winning artist or a challenger, pro golfer. I'm gonna hope for that.
Yeah. Worst case scenario is in the NFL. Best case scenario, he's in the PGA.
That is the best case scenario. How about Liliana? She had a little a song the other day when she was
She's just the most angry baby I've ever met in my life. She is more angry. She got the anger from myself, and she's double dosed of anger. She is such a mean baby.
Oh man!
And if she doesn't get what she wants, she just sits there and screams.
Is there anyone that she can't yell at, or is she yelling at everybody?
She just gives everyone the business. Everyone the business. So.
Can't wait to see her grow up, man. Her personality is going to be great. She's got a competitive dad and a fiery mom as well.
I think she's going to be very athletic as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's great. I'm excited.
Big shout out to Wes.
Give
Fatherhood.
There you go. Give a round of applause for Wes, please.
Well, more so for Wes's wife. Wes didn't do shit. He just probably sat there and he was probably on his computer actually making business deals while his baby was born. Just kidding. I'm just kidding about that.
A round of applause for Miss Bergman, please.
Oh yeah.
No, it's incredible.
Childbirth is insane.
Childbirth,
I've been up in the paint for it. I saw the whole thing, and it is a miracle.
It is.
You'll never forget it.
I wanna talk from experience. I obviously can't, but tell me what it's like in that room.
Can't. You have to experience it. I couldn't even explain it, but I do know the first time I was oddly brave and was right up in there and actually helped catch him out of the hopper, and for lack of better term. But then the second one, we were sitting there, and this is before we get to the hospital, and this is 2 days after Christmas, and they're giving her the epidural, and I'm just sitting at the end of the bed, and she's sitting next to me, and I'm talking, and I made the mistake. I can't talk about it. I look back, I saw the needle go in. I ended up passing out in the bathroom 5 minutes later.
Get out of here.
No, dude, I thought in my head, I'm I laid down nicely on the cold floor. No. I hit my head on the bathroom door, flung out into the room. They had
You're not even taking the needle and you're passing out?
I don't like big needles.
Oh my god.
This was a big needle. When they put it in, blood sprayed out all over his hand.
All right, that's...
Yeah, and I was I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. And I was wetting my face. And then I'm okay, I'm going to go. Because I've passed out a few times in my life, and when it's happening. And I was so I'll make it graceful. And I thought I laid myself down nicely. No. I woke up. They had my feet up on this ball. The security guards were in there.
Clunk.
They're trying to take me to the ICU. I was apologizing, and so I was a little woozy for that one. But
Jenna's a tank. She just took that
she was laughing at me when that happened. But see, then they gave her the epidural, and then we chilled for hours.
Man,
I took a nice nap.
Man, women are so much tougher than men.
Way tougher.
Everyone knows that. That's a great story. So Lily and then your second daughter are going to be pretty close in terms of birthdays in that little February, January-ish time.
Yep, we're gonna go. It's December 27th, and then baby number 3 is due February 28th.
That's awesome. First quarter babies. Gotta love it. All right. Anything else you want to touch on before we get into this?
I'll think of something.
Okay, well, interject whenever. It's your show. Let's talk about the episode. So Chris comes back from his epic battle with Wes to know what we all know, which is this is going to be an uphill climb for him. As soon as he comes back, he says in his interview, hey, I'm targeting Fessy and I'm targeting Tyler. Makes no bones about it.
Why? I don't understand why them.
Yeah, I think, the other people, Tyler I don't understand, other than he's the only person without an alliance.
Well, yeah, no, I don't understand it either, because you think, I guess, yeah, Fessy's thrown him in twice now.
Yeah, Fessy I get. And maybe he just thinks he can beat Tyler.
I would want to, I don't know. I have no idea at this point, because you got to remember, if it comes down to it, you can only save 2 people. So with Tori, I'm like, okay, I think her number 1 is obviously going to be
Bananas.
And if she's smart, her number 2 is going to be Fessy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you see Corey starting to kind of like lay, it's not time. Like, you got to figure that, you got to understand that she can only, if it comes down to it, she can only save 2 people. She's got to vote for a third.
Right.
So if there's 4 people, you're good. If there's 5 people at 4, you're good. But so right now, she still can pick off, if she has to vote for, she can vote for Tyler and she can vote for Chris. But when those 2 leave, if those 2 leave, now
you're going to be crossing the front.
One of those people, yeah. So that's my thing is, you see Corey already laying the grounds with, Survivor girls, because I think he knows, like, Tori can protect me for now, but I'm going to need a different 1 and 2 at some point. So
he's late to the party because Banana's already been there and done that.
Yeah, no, Bananas already did that. Yeah, so that's just what I'm like, I don't understand when he says, like, I get Fessy, but I don't understand why Tyler's his other guy.
I think it's probably just because he thinks he can beat him, and he's the only other guy that he probably just wants to put the spotlight on him because he's the one guy that like people have no problem.
Also, could get votes.
Yeah. So Johnny says that Chris is stealing the show.
I said that last time we were here. I said the more times you go into elimination, the better you look. The more screen time you're going to get. So yeah, he absolutely is stealing the show. What is that? Is his 4th or 5th?
That's his 4th. I believe. That was his. No, that was his 3rd elimination, but 4th time in the arena before today.
So he took out Lewis. Then he took out Seabass. Was this only his 2nd time?
Yes.
Okay, so then he got
Wes. And now Crispin, Mr. Tyler Crispin.
Oh my gosh, dude. Listen, he's setting himself up for possibly one of the greatest rookie seasons ever. Because I think Horacio was on the flagship show. I think he went in 3 or 4, maybe 5 times. Chris is setting himself up to have one of the greatest rookie seasons ever, if not one of the greatest seasons ever.
Dude, he is. And I actually had this question later, but I want to ask it right now. Honestly, after 4 elimination wins, is Chris a legend to you at this point?
I mean, he's in the record book.
He has to be.
He's already. I think the most. And that could be mistaken here, but I think the most times anyone's gone into elimination round in one season was 5.
Okay.
I think there was a girl named Sarah from like back in like the Gauntlet early days.
Yes.
I want to say Cara was close. Maybe even free agents, she may have gone at least 4 times. Yeah, she took out Naya, Jessica, then she went in against Laura. So that's 3 times that I can think of at the top of my head. But I know Cara's been in a lot of elimination rounds. I think Wes has been in there a bunch in his rookie season. But 4 times, 4 wins. Yeah, no, is he like a legend in sense of, do I think he's a better challenger than like someone like Fessy still? No,
you can't say that.
But he's in the record book, so
yeah, he has solidified himself as somebody that all challenge fans will know moving forward. And to me, 4 eliminations, you are somebody to be feared, somebody to reckon with. He has 4 scalps. One of them is an all timer. You know what I mean?
He's definitely like if he was on a college football team, he had a bunch of stickers on his
Exactly.
Girl Scout, he'd have a bunch of badges on his vest or whatever the hell they wear.
He'd have all the Buckeyes on his helmet.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, we don't have to go with Buckeyes, even though I got Buckeye blood.
I know. No, dude.
Dude, he's setting himself up in the conversation, obviously, for greatest rookie season of all time. Because like you said, with Wes on the resume now.
That's a lot of scalps, bro.
Yeah, West to West.
And so I do have a question for you in terms of the whole game. Who is your male and female MVP at this point of the season?
Well, Chris and Michaela.
Chris and Michaela. You take Michaela over Tori or Desi? Put everything into perspective for this.
Definitely over Desi, but you're right. I gotta actually right now
put the social into it. Put everything into it.
Oh, Tori. Oh, you're right. I got it. Yeah. So male and female MVP right now. Now I think Michaela's close. She's in the argument. You can't go wrong between Michaela or Tori. But you also got to remember, Tori's had her back up against the wall almost the majority of the time. Michaela's very, very protected. Mm-hmm. So for Tori to still be here and after her back, like basically everyone against her. I mean, you saw in that challenge, like it was like here, like you're just basically like a huge ass steak being thrown to the alligators. Like, what are you going to do? So for her to still be there and execute a few different plans, get people thrown in. She also has 2 individual wins. So it's basically Tori and Michaela are the only girls that have individual wins right now.
Correct.
So, and then there's Fessy's got 2, Corey's got 1. And who has the other one?
Johnny had it on the swimming challenge.
That's right.
The swimming club.
Yeah, so Johnny, Fessy, and Corey's
got
all
one now.
vets. And then, so Michaela's the only non-vet to win an individual challenge. That's an important point is, on the male side, the only people who are winning the individual challenges are the vets. On the female side, Tori and Michaela have split it.
Such a good point. And we've talked about strong women all season. To me, it's been a theme of this season that you have somebody like a Michaela who is controlling the narrative or has the power to now. She's been influenced the past couple weeks, but she's had the ability to do so.
Well,
and
that's the thing is when you that's where she's making her biggest mistakes right now in the game. She's winning with people who aren't going to vote her targets in, and she's still vocalizing that. I wouldn't be saying anything. I'd be like, okay, what girls are you okay to go with?
Exactly.
Okay, what guys are you okay to go with? And then you say who you're okay with going with. You don't say who your target is, because Corey did exactly what he's supposed to do. He went back. He told, Tori, this was what she said. And now he set up a little thing there. So yeah, I think that's kind of she's fumbling the ball in that sense. Like, you don't show your cards unless you know it's okay to show them, and it wasn't okay to show them in that sense. Like, oh, I want to go for Tori twice in a row. Now Tori knows. Now when Tori wins, you think she's gonna hesitate to throw Michaela's head in the guillotine?
Exactly. That was a clear rookie move. And then she said it in this episode. She goes, okay, no, you feel good, you feel safe. Yeah, no problem. We're gonna make sure a guy goes in. We're gonna come back. We're gonna win, and you're gonna be put in. And I would fear Tori in the next daily. I would definitely fear her. She's going to come hard.
That was dumb.
So, okay. Cassidy feels alone, and she can only rely on herself. Michaela, Desi, Chanel, all the secret guard are turned on her. Tori is obvious, and Michelle has relationships everywhere, so that doesn't really mean much to her. Tyler, he feels lucky but sad. He has only Fessy from Big Brother besides Josh, and he knows that, Fessy's ties are solid everywhere else. So Tyler, the writing's kind of on the wall for him, at least to go in. Corey, he looks to align himself with the strong girls. Like we said, Bananas already been there and done that. Bananas is so good at playing the game. And as much as I might not like the character he plays on TV, I'm sure I would like him in real life. As much as I don't like the character he plays on TV, I respect it to the maximum.
Oh yeah, you have to. He's weeks and weeks ahead of Corey.
Exactly.
However, you don't know if Corey's also been having conversations as well.
He could be, but if you're one of these women, you're definitely I mean, who knows, but I think you're aligning yourself with Bananas over to Corey 9 times out of 10.
So?
I do, yeah. I mean, Corey, I don't know how he is endurance wise, but I don't think that you're worried about him in a final if you're any of those other guys. I mean, maybe he can run, but
and that's where it's at right now. So they made these guys, their alliance is stuck together this whole time. That it's there's a certain point in the game where you're like, okay, I can either go against my alliance and try to better my shot in the final, or I can be honest to my word, take everyone that I said I would take to the final, and then let the best man win. Mm-hmm. And that's what's ended up going to have to happen, because these guys aren't going to take shots at each other.
Yeah, it's
not when there's low-hanging fruit like Tyler and Chris. And Chris keeps going in and taking them out, but Chris hasn't really had much power yet.
No, he hasn't. And Chris is going to be one of those guys, if he gets a call back, no matter what happens the rest of the season, he will get respect and he will become such a better social player.
Yeah, he'll never have to deal with this ever again.
Ever. Because number one, you don't want to see him there. And number two, now he's boys with all these people. That's such a competition thing, is once we play any sport, anything, and I give my best and you give your best, and then we almost beat each other. Honestly, that's how you bond.
And for sure. And
unless there's disrespect, it's going to be respect.
Right. When he comes back in, he's not the new guy anymore. And he's got this huge track record of winning elimination rounds. And hopefully he makes, maybe he wins another daily coming up. And if he does that, now it's okay, this is someone you want to align with. Because you don't want to target the person that's really good and going in and coming back. That's not what you want to do. So, he will never have to deal with this ever again. Unless, here's the other thing, unless he's just his personality is such dog crap that you don't want to, you're just whatever, dude, you're annoying. I don't care. I'm going to throw you in every single
Right.
time.
That's a good point. I think him.
I don't think that's the case, though. I think he's actually you just have to be tolerable.
Yeah. And everyone seems to like him. I think him and Tori are in the most similar positions because they're solo in their spots. The difference is going into the season, everyone is fearing putting Tori in. I don't want to lose her in a final. She's going to come after me, blah, blah, blah.
Did you see what she did? To John A?
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to throw her back in against. They don't want that to happen to them.
No, for sure.
Dude, she's legitimately a beast.
Oh yeah, she's awesome. I think she'd do pretty well against me in that challenge. I'd still beat you, Tori, but I think she'd do okay.
she's a beast, and she's struck fear in every single other female challenger's heart.
Yes.
No matter what they want to say, how they want to act, how tough they want to pretend that they are, she's living rent free in all their brains.
Yeah. You fear her.
Yeah. And the only time, like, it's like, you know what I would say if I was like Desi or Chanel, when Michaela comes in, like, this is the time to take a shot. I'd be like, okay, how about next time I win, I'll take the shot, and you put some skin in the game, and then you can be the one to take her out. Would the energy be the same?
I had that note here because it came down to Michelle, and I believe it came down to Michelle and Michaela. Chanel and Michaela. I would have loved if Chanel had won that, so then the tables could turn, and Michaela and she could have been Michaela. Okay, Michaela, we're gonna throw in Tori, and then we'll lobby for you to be the vote.
Well, I would just like to see her reaction.
Yeah.
If her reaction was hell yeah, do it, then I eat my words, but I have a feeling that they're not.
No, not at all. I don't like the fact that Michaela is going back on her alliance, and obviously, like you said, Corey came back and reported to the whole crew.
Yeah.
This is what Michaela wants to do.
Well, you made a deal, and Tori protected you 2 times in a row.
Yeah. She was a woman of her word. You're being slimy. You're going to get talked about at least.
Well, and see, the thing is I don't understand is, like, how about when, the guys all came out and they just started, like, gang beating Chris? Michaela's like, oh, that's cowardly. But then what did the girls do? The exact same thing. So when I saw that, I'm like, well, you're two-faced for saying that. You're a great competitor. You're playing a very, very strong game as far as right now. But by saying that, I'm not thinking you're legit.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Like, I think, like, you don't understand the situation, or you can dish it and can't take it, because you can't call someone cowardly and then turn around and do the exact same thing.
100%.
And at the same time, it's like, is it cowardly? I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, because if I'm standing in the middle of a circle and there's 3 guys that I'm working with, and they're like, hey, we need to get this guy out, it's like, is it is it cowardly, or is it just, it would be really stupid to be like, no, I'm going to fight everyone that I'm in an alliance with first, while this guy, no, you're going to be like, yeah, let's get rid of this idiot. Then let's get rid of this other idiot, and then may the best man win.
Yeah, it's just
like, that's not cowardly. It's just smart. It's a gameplay. Cowardly would be like if you were to say, like, hey, Chris, like, I got your back here. Like, I'm not going to gang up on you, and then you gang up on him. But if you go into it, be like, listen, I got deals with these 3. I don't with you, so sorry.
You know what's going down.
That's not cowardly.
No.
Especially because then if you call someone out and say it's cowardly, and then you do the same thing, isn't that then cowardly?
100%.
So I thought that was really, really, really poor, like, self-awareness.
Coming from Michaela, who hasn't touched the sand, who hasn't. Now, we give her credit, but we're talking about cowardness.
Yeah, that wasn't cowardly what they did, because you did the same thing. It's cowardly to say it's cowardly and then to do it.
Yeah. You want to talk about you being a strong woman, but you need 3 girls to take out Tori and then Cassidy after that. It's
my question really is like, so Michelle technically probably is telling Tori, like, we're working together.
Yeah.
What the hell were you doing in the fucking circle when she's getting her ass beat, just sitting there watching? That's kind of how it almost seemed like. Didn't both rounds almost seem like, the terrible analogy, but like almost organized dogfighting?
Yeah,
like,
it did.
Like, hey, you guys take out this one, and then they did. It's like, okay, now Bananas, you got to take out Tyler so that you can have some skin in the game too. And then they both get out, and then Fessy's like, all right, Josh, Corey, let's go. And it was almost like the same thing for the girls. Like, it was almost like organized dogfighting. Like, you're going to go first, then you're going to go, then we're going to get her out. I'm like, see, I would have been like the shady asshole who was like waiting for 2 people to wrestle towards the end and trying to push them both out.
Yeah, that was the best strategy, and that is exactly what Michaela did. In hers, she waited for Cassidy and Desi to be out there, and then she just did a little boop, get out of here, and that's what Fessy did too. So I look, nobody. So I have this question about Fessy, not a question, but actually, let's start with this. So for Chris, if you were Chris and you knew that you were the obvious target, would you just kind of take it, or do you have a strategy here?
So I've actually when you're wrestling and you're covered in oil and the other thing's covered in oil, it doesn't matter what happens in the middle of the mat, right? You can slam someone, you can do whatever you want there. What matters is when you get towards the end, and then because of the oil, it doesn't become a strength thing. It literally becomes a strategy thing. Because when someone's oiled up and you're oiled up, you can't really get a good hold in order to like really move them. So it's all about strategy. So like if I was Chris, I would have just, because I've been in a situation like this before. I did a challenge like this and it's miserable. Or like the wrestling is one thing, but oil wrestling is miserable. It's tough. It
has nothing to do with strength.
Has nothing to do with strength. You can't really get a good like any leverage because anytime you try to grab something, you're slipping. So basically, the best scenario is to get it. You get people. Both of you have to be towards the outside, and then it becomes a strategy game of who's gonna outsmart the other person or flip the other person and get them in a good position. Because you literally have to have such a good hold and be in a great position to be able to move someone. Otherwise, they'll be able to use your weight against you and slip off you. So I would have just tried to stay in the middle of that ring as best I could.
Yeah. Do you think that there's any physical or any type of attribute that helps you here, or is it all just technical strategy here?
Well, definitely if you've done wrestling and like that type of like those types of moves and leverages and stuff. But definitely being big always helps this, like longer.
The length.
But also the length hurts you because it's easier for a limb to fall out here. So I think it comes down to just who wants it more because it's extremely tiring, and then also who's a better wrestler for sure.
That concludes the free preview of the Zach Nichols podcast.
So go to Patreon and subscribe to see the rest of the shit that we talk.
Go do it now.